Hot off the press, the Supreme Court just hit MAGA Republicans with a devastating blow with a game-changing ruling. It's bad news for them, but great news for reproductive rights. You see, one of the issues with the Republican Party is that they're really stepping up their game when it comes to restricting access to abortion. And let me tell you, it's not looking good for women's rights. I mean, Republican lawmakers all over the country are pushing these super strict laws that make it nearly impossible for women to get the health care they need. And what's worse, they're doing it without considering the actual impact on women's lives. Let's talk facts for a minute. When access to safe and legal abortion is restricted, studies show that women are more likely to resort to unsafe methods. That puts their health and well-being at serious risk, leading to higher rates of maternal mortality and complications. It's a scary reality, especially for those already facing systematic barriers to healthcare. But this is bigger than just statistics. Behind those numbers are real women with real stories. Think about young girls dealing with unplanned pregnancies or survivors of sexual assault who just want and deserve compassionate care. These are the people who are directly affected by the harsh abortion restrictions being pushed by Republicans. Listen, I believe in individual freedom and bodily autonomy. These are fundamental rights that should not be up for debate. By trying to control women's bodies, Republicans are not only attacking reproductive rights, but also undermining the very essence of personal freedom. The recent overturn of Roe v. Wade was a giant step in the wrong direction, threatening hard-earned reproductive rights and put the concept of bodily autonomy at risk. I mean, we're talking about a decision that has been a major win for women's rights and access since 1973. But now with this overturn, it feels like we're sliding back into a time when individual choices about their bodies were taken away from them. So no, this isn't just about politics. Again, this is about real people facing real consequences when they can't get the health care they need. By tossing aside such a crucial precedent, the Supreme Court sent a dangerous message about how much it values established legal rights. Let's break it down. Overturning Roe v. Wade left the door open for all restrictive state laws that could seriously limit people's ability to access safe and legal abortion services. The Supreme Court is deciding the fate of 2 abortion cases. One will decide whether states that have banned abortion can override federal law and refuse to provide emergency abortion care to pregnant patients in need. The second case was brought by anti-abortionists to try and stop the FDA from approving and making it easier to access a widely used abortion medication, mifepristone. If these anti-abortion advocates were successful, it would put strict rules back in place that would make it harder for people to get the medication across the country, and of course it means it would also limit people's access to safe abortion options. But in a decision made today, the Supreme Court dealt a significant setback to MAGA with a ruling that has the potential to reshape the landscape of reproductive rights. Here is that breaking news.
Abortion pill case. Let's go right to NBC's Yamiche Alcindor, who is outside the court. Yamiche, this decision just dropped. I know you have to have a moment to look through it to really get into the details, but what do we know right now?
What we know right now is that the Supreme Court has dismissed this mifepristone case, meaning that this access to this abortion pill, as we have it right now, remains standing. It's a unanimous decision, which of course is in some ways noteworthy because this is a 6-3 majority conservative court. But they're saying that the doctors who brought this lawsuit against the FDA challenging access to the abortion pill, that they lack standing. So this is really punting it, saying that this will continue to have access. So if you're a woman who's wondering whether or not you will have access to this abortion pill, for now, mifepristone continues to be accessible through telehealth, through mail. This is a big decision. Of course, the Supreme Court just 2 years ago overturned Roe v. Wade. This is another big decision from the Supreme Court regarding abortion. We should note that the majority of abortions in this country, something like 63%, happen through medication abortion. So this pill means that a number of women are going to still have access to that medication.
This ruling is a crucial victory for those fighting for reproductive rights in the U.S., especially in the wake of the 2022 overturning of Roe v. Wade. Remember, the whole case was brought by anti-abortion doctors who were unhappy with the FDA's decision to loosen restrictions on mifepristone. But get this, the Supreme Court didn't even touch the arguments about the safety or effectiveness of the medication. Nope, they just said the folks bringing the lawsuit didn't have the right to do so in the first place. Talk about a technical knockout. It is important to note that the FDA has repeatedly affirmed the safety and effectiveness of mifepristone abortion protocol. The changes and regulations that were the focus of the lawsuit have not been shown to compromise the safety or efficacy of the medicine. Furthermore, the Supreme Court rightfully emphasized that allowing challenges to general general safety regulations by healthcare providers could set a dangerous precedent that undermines public health policies. While this decision is undoubtedly a significant win for reproductive rights, the battle over abortion access is far from over. There remain concerns about potential efforts in states like Missouri, Kansas, and Idaho to revive challenges against mifepristone before judges with anti-abortion views. It is imperative that reproductive right activists remain vigilant in defending access to essential healthcare services. The court's ruling also highlighted the need to trust scientific expertise and regulatory processes rather than allowing ideological beliefs to dictate medical standards. And that's something MAGA will have to work on. The justice's rejection of the challenge shows a step towards protecting access to safe and essential healthcare options for individuals across the country. Moving forward, it is crucial for lawmakers, healthcare providers, and advocates to work together to ensure that reproductive rights are safeguarded and that individuals have the ability to make autonomous decisions about their healthcare. This decision serves as a reminder of the ongoing fight for reproductive freedom and the need to protect access to comprehensive reproductive healthcare services for all individuals.